I'm really happy to talk about our R&D department, structure, goals, and portfolio of projects. By the end of this call, hopefully you'll better understand how R&D can contribute to the success of your business within SoftServe, or at least know the name of the R&D associate who can consult you on that. Okay, let me share a couple slides for today. Okay, so at SoftServe R&D, we are more than 100 associates with various background in engineering, research, and commercialization, consulting. We have 11 PhDs at the moment, and we are highly technology-driven. We work with cutting-edge technologies, and we understand that to maintain this high level of research, we have to build an ecosystem of innovative companies and universities globally. The examples of such universities could be ETH Zurich, could be Oxford University, Ukraine Catholic University, and many others. So our ultimate goal at R&D is deep tech commercialization. This is a short definition of what we are trying to achieve. Both parts are really equally important to our goal. Deep tech usually stands for building solutions that solve substantial engineering or scientific challenges. According to Gartner, deep tech solutions are typically classified for the second and third technology horizons. And indeed, we rather tend not to work on the first horizon, on the most actual current technologies that soon will be replaced by the next ones. So for the second aspect, commercialization, it's rather straightforward, right? SoftServe is not a non-profit company. We are not a research institute, right? So our aim in building new deep tech solutions is to commercialize them at the end. I think this sums up really well what we do at R&D. Even though deep tech commercialization is the goal, it's a bit abstract, even with all those classifications. But what it actually means, it can be divided in three main directions. The first one is that we are building innovative solutions and products. This consists in developing and protecting our own IP. For example, we go for potential prospects and customers not only with demos and slides, but we actually build products that they can interact with. Another advantage of building products is that the business model scales much better compared to the service one. The second direction is being a trusted long-term partner for our customers. This is more typical for SoftServe. And yeah, the idea is also simple, that if you have cutting-edge expertise that few other research or scientific groups have worldwide, then most probably your customer will stay with you for a long time, and we will build together long-lasting relationship. And the third part is brand awareness. At R&D, we are an innovative organization that we promote ourselves as innovative organization, and this actually adds another dimension to the offering of SoftServe, right? We regularly participate in pre-sales events, conduct campaigns ourselves. We'll talk about those in a couple slides. The goal is ambitious, but it's not impossible. We already did it before. We'll talk about that as well. Here are four main domains of expertise that we have within R&D. Those are interactive things and science that are more engineering and scientific expertise. And we have a cross-practice team, products, commercialization, marketing team who interacts with all those groups within R&D and outside of it. The goal of interactive team is to work with Omniverse, with digital twins, with all this human-computer interaction technologies that are there in the market and in the research. The Things team works with hardware prototyping, hardware consulting, has also unique expertise with spatial audio, with 3D scanning. Everything related to hardware design, prototyping, consulting, they're a really good point of contact from R&D side, R&D department. We have a team, science. Science is focused on advanced algorithm in AI, machine perception, advanced processing, simulation, also quantum computing that you may have heard before. And so products, as I said, they work with all three teams. They help bring our products to the market, help us interact also and with outside world and within SoftServe in general. Yeah, here is the same information with images, right? Here's our leadership team. We have Nastya, Volodymyr. We have also Max, who is leading our life science team. This is also a very important team who works on the interaction between biology, chemistry, computer science, and other domains, right? Feel free to reach out also to our leadership team should you, in case you know to which specific group your request may be addressed, or reach out to myself, Nastya, or anyone like. Then we will find the most appropriate person to help you. So yeah, going through all three objectives, let's start from building innovative products and solutions that we do at R&D. If you have a look on the process of building such products and the process of research, they have actually quite a lot in common. Both of them are associated with a high risk and uncertainty at the beginning that is gradually reduced thanks to the efforts of the team and company. This is actually an industry standard that for IT service companies, R&D units are focused on building those new innovative products. And we also are well positioned with our frameworks of reducing uncertainty, working with projects at different stages of their development, and with our like cross-functional teams that cover a broad set of expertise. Here I'd like to talk about another of our products and solutions, which was built on top of 3D scanning technology, structured light technology. In this case, we solve a problem of accurate packaging for the food industry. This is an important problem as the quantities have to be accurately measured. All the anomalies and scratches or potential faults have to be detected. And the structured light 3D technology, which is fast, remote, and portable, can help you accomplish this task. The goal with this product is next to scale up and commercialize like at a higher scale. The solution, which is quite unique in the industry, accomplishes very, very high precision of reconstruction. Yeah. Also worth mentioning that on this product we collaborate heavily with our robotics team and our IoT teams, who like also contributed a lot to the success of 3D scanner based use cases and solutions. Here you'll also have links to some more detailed presentations, demos, animated videos. If you'd like to play with it, also feel free to visit our office in Ukraine, in Poland, and soon it will be presented also in Hanover Messe in the US. Here is another use case that was enabled by a 3D scanner product that from R&D. So here the idea is that gaps and flashes are really important for the automotive industry because they can reduce the aerodynamic properties of the car. They can be the reason of why the water or air enters the car. So manufacturers are interested to detect all those possible gap and flashes during the assembly. And an advanced solution based on 3D scanner, but with a lot of robotics part, was designed and built for Stellantis. This is the customer for this one. The tests are ongoing and scaling to other to other their plans is also considered. Feel free to reach to Nazar and Andriy, Nazar, who is a product manager of this solution and all other solutions that are built on top of 3D scanning technology. And Andriy Husseinov is a technical lead who is aware of all the technical details, diagrams, as well as plans of development of this product. The next one is Methane X. This one aims at accurately measuring the leakages and emissions of methane, which is very a dangerous gas, which cannot be seen in by eyes, which is invisible, but can be seen through additional sensors and different spectrums. On this project, the goal, the technical idea is that we can combine different sources of data. So it requires a combination of processing of satellite images, drone images, on-site sensors, additional simulations, with the goal to finally accurately measure the quantities of emitted methane and help companies to comply with the new regulation in the US that requires accurate measurement of this gas. Yeah, here actually the original visionary and inspirer of the whole this direction is Hatem, who has huge experience in energy domain, in IoT domain, right? With whom we started crystallizing the whole idea, and now have a couple of solutions and technology parts that have to be combined together for the final solution accelerator product that will be. Feel free also to contact Max Drechok. Max Drechok is leading the technical team, also knows all the details and aspects of the project. The next product I'd like to talk about is biofeedback, biofeedback SDK. So the idea is that when you measure vital signs such as a respiratory rate or heart rate, you typically need additional sensors to do it. And our solution enables using the simple camera from mobile phone or camera from a laptop to accurately measure those vital signs. That may be useful for a couple of use cases in wellness, well-being, in detection of fatigue, and a couple others. This is not a certified medical product, right? So we don't actually position it as a direct use case in healthcare, but this is not excluded, right, from the future commercialization plans neither. Feel free to reach out to Oleg. Oleg is leading both technical and product aspect of this product. He can explain in all details all the advantages, technical properties with what systems it can be integrated, and what new features are expected to come. Another direction is spatial audio SDK. This solves a problem of generating more realistic audio signal. So you must have heard about efforts with respect to 3D image 3D image content generation, right? Or use cases related to spatial video content, right? But the same applies to audio. Audio domain generally is slightly behind the advances in visual content, but thanks to really unique expertise of our team, in audio processing, we are now developing an SDK that will help to accurately simulate all the 3D aspects of audio, and will enable as well a number of use cases for augmented reality, virtual reality, or mainly those directions, but also some other applications where realistic 3D spatial audio is important. Ola at R&D is leading the from product perspective, defining roadmap, commercialization plan, and presence on different events, etc. And Lukasz is an expert, a technical expert from the audio team. He's leading all the technical efforts and solutions that are developed for this SDK. We have a couple more products to discuss, and this one is about person detection on the edge. Person detection itself is not like the most innovative breakthrough technology at this moment. However, optimization of neural networks for very restricted, constrained processing boards is a challenging task. We also believe that this is an important research direction for the future, right? Because we cannot scale computations only like by the number of GPUs and all the associated costs, right? We should really think about improving the power consumption of neural networks and some other of its aspects. And here the idea is that we really port those AI-based solutions to tiny boards. It could be ESP, it could be other boards that cost like up to $10 along with the camera and all the devices, right? And our expertise is in optimizing those neural networks to perform well on the edge on these constrained boards, and are extremely valuable in optimizing, for example, the bandwidth that has otherwise to be spent to transfer all the data from the edge to the cloud. There are high costs associated with data transfer, with data storage, and also some with processing on the cloud. With this solution for smart homes or for like other manufacturing industries, right? You can do the most of the processing on the edge and then transfer only the most important information to the cloud. Please reach out to Petro, who is leading both technical and product parts of the solution. He can provide you all at any necessary level of details, the information about potential costs, plans, requirements that have to be fulfilled in order to build, in order to bring this solution at scale. And also Petro is working on the second product at R&D. This one is related to gauges digitalization. The problem is that multiple factories, manufacturing facilities still operate with this analog gauges, and collecting the data, collecting their measures is a process that requires passing by, taking notes, putting it together in the same place, right? It's not automatic, and basically automating it can. There are two ways, right? You can either replace the gauge entirely, redesign the whole system. You have to comply with sometimes with additional regulations. Sometimes replacing this gauge is a really expensive process, really expensive transaction. The other option is that you can build, you can place a box just nearby this this gauge. That will automatically collect the data, process it on the edge with the similar approaches in the previous product, with very tiny board that that doesn't need to be connected to the network, right? Doesn't have to be plugged to the power supply. That can last like for months. As if not, so far we didn't test the perspective of years, but there is also this possibility, right, that it can be autonomous for really long periods of time, and then collect all this data and transfer to the common center, right? And the cost of the solution will be much more cost effective compared to full replacement of inventory. Please reach out to Petro. Petro and his team, yes, are working on both those cases. And we have also the plans to showcase it during a couple of conferences, probably during Hanover Messe in this year as well. So yeah, this is an overview of our ongoing products and solutions, right? In the presentation, you have contact person. Should you know, like, right? Should you have more questions or comments or ideas about your current project or prospect where you think it may be applicable? Yeah, we'd be really happy to share more details, more information, or even support you with with the request you may have on that. Also, to give you an overview of the internal process of commercialization of these products, here's a diagram that showcases different stages of existence of those projects, right? In R&D, everything, most of those products start as a research program, right? Research program, it's when we experiment with the technology, when we define potential scope of next work, when we start to analyze competitors, prospects, we try to assess the market, align a potential solution with other verticals, with other teams within SoftServe, and even start to conduct some customer interviews or to discuss with potential users. At the stage of research program, we also start to prepare a business proposal for a given research project or program, right? Once we validated the research program and have this business proposal, an idea, product, or solution can be classified as on pre-revenue stage, right? And then all this, the goal of our products and solutions is to help advance those them to the final maturity stage, to the stage where they can be scaled and deployed in production, right? Of course, this is sort of a pyramid that at different stages there is different chances of to advance to the further stage, right? If at the early stages much more research is involved, right? There are much more research questions that have to be solved. As we progress during this pyramid, much more engineering efforts have to be applied. And also the involvement of our commercialization team is critical in order to advance over these different stages, right? It's also a possibility to consider spin-ins and spin-offs based on ideas that are either outside or inside the organization. And yeah, but so far we are still working on the processes to define, right, this criteria and the process of spin-offs and spin-ins in our commercialization process. Of course, in different stages we have different criteria that evaluate the given product, and and helps us to take decision in which products we should invest more, or we should reprioritize our investments, which products should be put on hold, and which are more prominent and have and we have to extend our efforts on it. So, of course, building this, working with multiple customers grows and develops our own expertise in various domains, right? Here is a highlight of different expertise that we have within R&D, that we develop, that we have success cases, case studies on which, and that we actively try to promote as a service for the next for the next potential prospects and building new business. Here we'll go through a couple of those. So immersive experience is one of our important directions where we combine different types of sensory data. This is visual, audio. This is also touch, sense of touch. That is developed with with innovative technologies. This can significantly enhance the user experience for the retail during visiting shop or facility, right? All this audio, video, tactile, sensory input. So they enhance customer experience. They help to promote market and better position and give competitive advantage to the potential customers, right, of this technologies. Anya Sheremeteva is leading this direction within R&D. Feel free to reach out to her. She has really ambitious plans on being present on multiple conferences, talk to multiple potential customers, and build and really develop this direction. Product digital twin is another digital twin that was built for the automotive industry. Here the goal is to build an accurate representation of the car, and more specifically is the lighting system that will be aimed at for VIP customers of this car manufacturer. And so here the result were this digital twin that is connected to a real car that covers a number of use cases and that communicate in both directions, real car with this digital twin representation. Feel free to reach out to Olga and Sam, who are actively involved in development of this product, of this service. This is a service that we provided to the customer, even thought the name is Product Digital Twin for our customer. It is a product and the customer owns the IP on this solution. Hardware acceleration is an important domain of expertise, right? In the era of GPU, scaling GPUs, FPGAs, ASICs, other types of hardware, it's really important to know on which computational resources you have to launch your algorithms, you build your solutions, right? Which are advantages and disadvantages of different hardware setups, how to efficiently take use all the advantages, like all the pitfalls, right? All the parallelization and different other aspects of those hardware, right? To build the most energy efficient with minimal latency, real-time solutions. Yeah, feel free to reach out to Vlad, who is leading this hardware acceleration expertise within R&D. Life science and drug discovery, we mentioned Max previously. So yes, Max is responsible for all these use cases that lie in the intersection of biology, chemistry, and computer science, in addition to AI, in addition to like personalization or building like this solving optimization problems, working with physics-informed neural networks. Yeah, he's our main expert, right? He and his team are involved in multiple projects in parallel, right? And contribute to pre-sales in this domain. Feel free to reach out to Max. Quantum computing, very often R&D is associated with this expertise, and this is really good. These are really good results. We have a very strong team in quantum computing. We are launching right like in the coming days the quantum bootcamp in Singapore to build this environment, to build this ecosystem of universities, innovative companies, top talents worldwide who already think about potential use cases that will be enabled by hardware technology in quantum computing, and who can already like prioritize, right, these use cases and think about solutions. This team will also be heavily involved in high performance computing, right? Those domains are connected, and at the intersection of hardware acceleration and quantum computing, we are planning to build our high performance computing expertise as well. Reach out to Damir, and Damir was responsible for the quantum computing, but now will lead also more generally the team, science team, as we previously discussed, related to AI, machine perception, and other directions. Efficient AI is another expertise that we have, right? This optimization of AI-based models for edge devices, optimization from different perspectives of energy consumption, latency, time of a frame rate, etc. A TinyML product can be that we previously discussed is part of this efficient AI expertise. Reach out to Nazar and Marianne, right? They have really this cutting-edge expertise from both industry and research, and they are promoting this expertise for different use cases, different industries, right? Everywhere where you don't have a huge gigantic GPU to compute all your AI models, you most probably need to optimize. Explainable AI is another expertise and direction that we are working on, right? With the huge expansion and huge buzz around AI models, generative AI, right? there is a trend of increased adoption, increased deployment of this AI-based models, right? Of course, a big part of it is covered by MLOps team, right? The right processes of deployment of those AI models. However, in the process of this commercialization, productization of AI, there is a big risk that we don't fully understand the processes behind neural networks. From some perspective, it can be considered almost as alchemy, right? When we combine different layers, different loss functions, different parts of the neural network, and we expect that it will work out, right? But to have, to be able to predict the results and consequences, to be able to establish root cause analysis between inputs and outputs that AI-based models produce, we should understand much better their behavior, what happens under the hood. And obviously, this is a challenging problem. So far, like different research groups are advancing towards this goal of robust, explainable, ethical AI. And our goal is also to partner with those top-tier universities, groups, grants, Horizon grants that we submit for, to develop expertise that will sure be relevant with the deployment of neural networks. Please reach out to Taras on that. He and his team are having already research results, papers that they publish, and quite a few prominent directions for the further research. And use cases that they consider at the moment are manufacturing, because we already had some requests, some preliminary requests from manufacturing from our customer Koyang, and also finance industry, where understanding how their models behave is crucial because it can significantly impact the outcomes. And also one more domain of expertise in synthetic data. Synthetic data, with all the experience we have, is in virtual reality, augmented reality, with all this Omniverse and other solutions, right? We are building synthetic data to simplify the training process of AI-based models, for example, when you don't have to pass with the camera and collect multiple hundreds of thousands or millions of images, but you can randomize, generate different scenes and humans and other objects in the scene to significantly extend your data sets. And then, thanks to some advanced approaches of training your AI models, it can significantly reduce the costs of acquisition of data to train your models, basically. So yeah, for more details on our expertise, please have a look on HighSpot with the keywords from this expertise. You can find slide decks, materials, or reach out directly to R&D associates, right, to support you, right, should you have questions in the specific domains. And so one more direction that I'd like to cover today is improving the brand awareness, right? Brand awareness of R&D. This is actually not the questions that I should explain and present to you now, right? This is rather your understanding and perception of what is R&D and how it was formed before. But I can say that we actively contribute and develop this perception, try to improve, right, both within the company and outside. Over the last year, we participated in multiple pre-sales, customer visits, right? We continuously work with our marketing teams, sales teams, delivery teams to explain, like, right, the values that R&D can bring to their business. As I already mentioned, we conduct events, participate in conferences. Quantum Bootcamp is starting, so yeah, please follow the updates. I think there will be many in the coming weeks. Yeah, and this, by the way, this R&D talk is also one of the actions towards this strengthening R&D brand and explaining the values that it can bring to you and your business. Also, should you have more questions or comments, feel free to drop a line to our R&D.com email, and yeah, we'll find the most appropriate answer and solution to your request. This is it. Thank you for your attention. I'm happy to take a couple questions should you have.